What is a totally wrong thing that has become so widespread it's not considered wrong anymore? Putting your children's lives, including their faces and real names and evidence of their schools, lifestyles, friends, and common play locations, on the internet. How much material classified as recyclable is, in truth, not recyclable. It's more a marketing win that kept people using plastics. Why else would China stop taking the world's trash? They could do nothing with it but bury it in the ground. I'm from one of the Southeast Asian countries that actively receive recyclable plastics from few of the Western countries. Trust me, the trash that they sent over here, I bet less than 5% were truly recycled, and the leftover trash usually incinerated, and sometimes microplastics survive in the incinerator and pollute the surrounding. It's really sad to see. Tying your health insurance to your work, USA. If you become too sick to work, example, terminal cancer, you lose your job and your health care coverage, dental not being included in health care. How is the health of your mouth and teeth separate from the health of the rest of your body and necessitate totally different, and pricey, insurance? I remember when I signed my first apartment lease, I actually sat in the office and read the entire 30-page document. The leasing agent looked stunned. I didn't realize at the time it wasn't normal for people to do this. It was my first time ever signing a contract I considered this important, so naturally I was going to read it. Granted, everyone should read their entire lease before signing it, or have a lawyer check it out if you have that luxury. It's more important than iTunes T&C. Here in Amsterdam, specifically this city, not the rest of the Netherlands, we have switched to I do want commercial stickers, so the default has become no, only if you specifically do want ads you can opt for them, which I think should just be the default everywhere. Taking pictures of strangers who aren't doing anything wrong or untoward just to post up on social media with some snark or judgment. In middle school I was very overweight, my body is very weirdly built and I carry fat around my lower back and I have a small butt. I'm a guy mind you, and so I had trouble pulling my pants up all the way. So one time I sat down at the cafeteria with my friends and this prick behind me takes a picture of my ass crack and shows the whole table, who proceeds to laugh and point at me. I can still feel the embarrassment to this day. Perfect attendance being celebrated for kids. When my kid is sick, he stays home, he's healthy too. I can't imagine having a kid with a disorder that makes them prone to being sick more often and then not getting some shitty little award for not being in school every day. Kids get sick, it's not wise to send them to school anyway so they can spread their germs. Plastic, everything packaged in more plastic. I work in retail and the amount of plastic and rubbish we get from the stock is horrendous. It's so depressing to see all the time. The frustrating part for me as a local business owner is that they try making the browser such a second-class experience, but they sometimes leave things being. Occasionally I have to write a post on my desktop then edit it on both the phone app and the mobile browser. I literally have 4 Facebook-related apps on my phone because Facebook can't get it right on one app. Talking on speakerphone while in a public place, seriously fuck you. Or who play their Bluetooth speakers on trails and other natural places, literally the last place people can go to get away from modern noise. Your boss expecting that they can contact you at any hour. I had a pretty good boss who rarely contacted me outside of work hours unless it was important. I work 12 to 8 p.m. and stay up late. At 1 a.m., I get a phone call. This has changed a lot since COVID, I'm assuming, but people going to work when they are sick, not sure what it's like in the rest of the world, but I feel like in the US we've been conditioned to feel like it's worse to be an inconvenience by not showing up to work than going to work sick, miserable, and getting everyone else sick. I have a decent job, not high paying but covers the bills with some extra and has good benefits. I work my 8 a day, 40 a week and go home. One of my friends is always pushing me to side hustle by doing Uber or getting a second job etc, talking about how much more I could be making, sure, but I value my mental health and relaxation time with my wife far above an extra couple $100 a month. People seem to think if you're not squeezing every bit of potential profit out of your life, you're wasting it, when in reality they are living just to work. Using your children to become an influencer. I have an Instagram page where I share play ideas as an educator, but my kids' faces are never in the photos. I don't mention their names either. So many parents with similar accounts are posting daily numerous photos and videos of their kids to thousands of followers and getting them involved in live feeds and stories. We have got a generation of kids who in 10 to 15 years' time will have their entire childhood documented online, and it will all have been done without their consent. In my country we have this very famous couple of influencers who literally film their child all day long, everything is documented and posted on Instagram. Now they just had a second baby and their child, who's 2 maybe, is madly jealous, yet they keep filming him and posting videos where this child is throwing tantrums and crying because he hates his sister. I'm so disgusted by it. Just leave your child alone, let him have a normal childhood without being constantly at the center of strangers' attention. I'm so worried about both those children.